leave me. Wake up. You can't die like this. Not in school. Please wake up, my daughter. You can't die like this. Not in school. Please wake up, my daughter.
What if the sweetest gift you ever opened was actually a death sentence? What if the man smiling at you while handing you a wrapped present was sending you to your grave? On Christmas Day 2024, 30 brilliant schoolgirls from Street Catherine Secondary School on Lagos Island received laptops, phones, makeup, clothes, snacks, everything a young girl dreams of, all gifted by the celebrated philanthropist, Chief Nonso Okafor. By midnight, every single one of them was dead. This is the true story of the Christmas that Lagos will never forget. A story of greed so deep, desperation so dark, and a secret pact so evil that it turned the season of joy into the birth of a monster. Brace yourself. Because once you hear what happened, you'll never trust a generous hand again. Lagos Island at night was alive, generators humming, music leaking from bars, children running barefoot on dusty streets. But inside Nonso Okafor's cramped room in Isale Eko, the world felt dead. Bills covered his table like angry ghosts. His fan spun lazily in the heat. His heart felt heavier than his death. 3 years ago, he had a small but promising import business. He dreamed of mansions, luxury cars, Banana Island, respect, but betrayal destroyed him. His business partner vanished with their money. Death swallowed him. His girlfriend, Blessing, walked out laughing. "Nonso, poverty irritates me. You're becoming nothing." Those words stabbed him every night. At 35, he was broke, hopeless, drowning in shame. His mother's last 10,000 naira, borrowed out of pity, sat in his pocket like a crime. And on one desperate night in December, he made a choice that changed everything. He took that money and went to Ember Lounge in Victoria Island, a place rumored to turn nobodies into billionaires overnight. Inside, rich men drank champagne while Nonso hid in a dark corner with a cheap beer, feeling invisible. Then a well-dressed man in a gold-embroidered agbada approached him. "I am called the chairman," he said, "and I know you, Nonso Okafor." The chairman listed every detail of his life, his debts, his failed business, Blessing's insult, even the borrowed money in his pocket. Nonso froze. The chairman offered him something impossible: a Banana Island mansion, luxury cars, power, respect, within 6 months. There was only one price: 30 lives, in one day, on Christmas. When the chairman dropped a black bag filled with $50,000 on the table, something inside Nonso snapped. He took the money. He walked out. And he already knew he would never return it. For 3 days, Nonso wrestled with fear, guilt, and greed. Then at exactly midnight, the chairman called. "Have you decided?" Nonso whispered, "I accept." And that was the moment his soul cracked. The next morning at Echo Hotel, room 304, everything waited for him: new bank accounts, ready-made contracts, business papers, a new phone, and a path to insane wealth. Within months, he founded a pharmaceutical import company. Contracts poured in. Banks begged him to take loans. Cash flooded in like rainwater from a broken roof. By month 4, he bought a mansion in Banana Island. By month 5, he owned a G-Wagon, Range Rover, Porsche. By month 6, he was a celebrity philanthropist. People called him Miracle Man. Instagram worshipped him. Pastors gave him front row seats. But at night, he couldn't sleep. Because the chairman reminded him constantly. On Christmas Day, the covenant must be fulfilled. 30 gifts, 30 deaths, no exceptions. Nonso tried to bury his fear under parties, women, alcohol, but darkness followed him like a second shadow. And one day, the idea came. Street Catherine's Girls Secondary School, bright girls, poor families, a community that would welcome a philanthropist with open arms. He went to the school, smiling like an angel, promising laptops, phones, clothes, snacks, makeup, the perfect gifts. The principal cried with gratitude. The students prayed for him. They had no idea the devil was standing in their hall. As Christmas approached, Nonso looked successful on the outside, but inside, he was decaying. Every time he looked at the 30 selected girls aged 14 to 17, his stomach twisted. Their dreams stabbed him. Their smiles haunted him. Their trust crushed him. Chidinma wanted to be a doctor. Blessing wanted to be a lawyer. Amarachi wanted to be an engineer. They believed Nonso was a blessing, but he was their curse. 3 days before Christmas, the chairman called again. You have done well. On Christmas Eve, I will deliver the gifts. Do not fail me. Nonso wanted to run, but he couldn't. Because he knew, if even one girl survived, he would die instead. By December 23rd, he had become something unrecognizable. A man wearing wealth like perfume and guilt like chains. He couldn't stop what was coming because he wanted the wealth. He wanted the power. He wanted the life built on blood. And monsters don't turn back. On Christmas Eve, at exactly 6 p.m., a black SUV arrived at Nonso's mansion. The chairman stepped out, looking older, thinner, hungrier. He brought 30 beautifully wrapped boxes, tablets, phones, clothes, makeup, snacks, and poison hidden in everything. They will die happily, the chairman said. By midnight, the covenant will be sealed. Christmas morning arrived bright and joyful across Lagos Island, but doom was already in motion. At Street Catherine's, the hall was decorated like a scene from a Christmas movie. Parents cried with gratitude. Teachers praised Nonso. The girls were vibrating with happiness. Nonso stood before them in a white agbada, smiling like a man being strangled from the inside. One by one, he handed them their beautifully wrapped gift. They hugged him, thanked him, blessed him, and walked home holding death wrapped in ribbons. By 5 p.m., the first calls came. By 7 p.m., panic spread. By 9 p.m., hospital floors were covered in blood and tears. By 11 p.m., most girls were dead or dying. And at 11:59 p.m., Chidinma, who wanted to be a doctor, died in her mother's arms. The clock struck midnight. The covenant was complete. 30 futures ended. 30 families shattered. 30 souls stolen. And in his mansion, Nonso collapsed on the floor, drowning in his own nightmare. On December 26th, Lagos exploded with grief and fury. News screamed. 30 schoolgirls dead after Nonso's gift event. Protests shut down streets. Police stormed the school. Forensics exposed the poisoned gifts. Nonso became the most hated man in Nigeria. His mansion was surrounded by mobs shouting for blood. He tried to run, but every exit failed. His cars wouldn't start. His gates wouldn't open. It was like the covenant itself was imprisoning him. Journalist Chioma Adeleke broke the truth wide open. His sudden wealth, the chairman, the cult, the blood price. Nigeria demanded justice. Police finally broke into his mansion and arrested him. Parents threw objects at him. Mothers screamed. Fathers tried to reach him. Officers had to protect him from being torn apart. In prison, on New Year's Eve, he confessed everything to Chioma. He cried like a child. I killed 30 angels for money that turned into dust. I deserve death. And the nation agreed. His trial was the most watched in Nigeria's history. The evidence was overwhelming. The judge's voice was ice. For the murder of 30 innocent children, you are hereby sentenced to death. Families wept. Reporters scribbled. Nonso bowed his head. He didn't fight. He didn't beg. He accepted it. Because even he knew his ending was overdue. And that was how Nonso or Kafo, the man worshipped as a miracle, became the most hated criminal in Nigeria. The Christmas monster, the destroyer of 30 dreams. The warning every parent tells their child. Not every smiling giver has love in their hands. Some carry death instead. Greed always demands a price far greater than what it promises. Shortcuts to wealth may look easy, but they destroy everything good and innocent along the way. No success is worth the blood, pain, or suffering of others. And no matter how long darkness hides, the truth will always rise and justice will always come. Choose integrity over desperation, honesty over shortcuts, and humanity over greed, because the consequences of evil choices never end with the person who makes them. Lives are connected, choices echo, and evil always destroys itself in the end. In a world where desperation can lead people into darkness, stories like this remind us to stay alert, stay wise, and stay prayerful. Always protect your children. Question sudden blessings, and never trust a gift without knowing the heart behind it. Do not forget to like, subscribe for more stories. Share this story to warn others. Turn on notifications so you don't miss the next powerful story.